This is the Quick Start video tutorial that explains the client's report. For an expanded version of this tutorial, with more in-depth explanations, displaying confirmation information and navigation, select the expanded client's report video. Normally, you would view this report by starting with the workflow navigation or selecting this report after you add a client. The 5 tables in the client's report displays all of the data for each client, including default priority, profitability, logic limits, and primary client contact information. The profitability data is preloaded as the default data when adding a new opportunity. The client percent priority is one of the 5 factors used to prioritize tasks in the run optimization simulation. The table header of the first report displays the user and the user company and the number of your clients. Let's scroll down now and get a better indication of the columns. The columns of the client's report displays the name of the salesperson responsible for this client, the client name, the parent company name, and it will be blank if there's no parent company, as we can see here, the client default specific priority, the client default direct margin as a percentage of total revenue, the client default SG&A as a percentage of total revenue, and the client default commission or bonus as a percentage of total revenue. The clients in the table are sorted first by salesperson, and then within salesperson by client name. And note also that the table would exclude any profitability data you defined in your user profile as not necessary to be included in your opportunities. And let's scroll down to Table 1A that completes the client identification. Table 1A repeats the first 2 columns from Table 1, namely the name of the salesperson responsible for this client and the client name. And the additional columns display the primary industry in which this client competes, the indirect channel partner relationship, if this client controls sales cycles with other clients and your company only provides sales and marketing support, the name of the channel partner, and this will be blank if this client is not a channel partner, and finally the client website URL. And note, these 2 columns, the indirect channel partner relationship columns, are excluded from this table if your user profile defines all of your sales cycles as direct to the end client. And we'll scroll down to the next table, Table 2, which describes client limits. Table 2 repeats the 2 columns from Table 1, the name of the salesperson and the company name, and the additional column displays the date on which you added this client, the estimated client annual revenues in dollars, and the minimum and maximum total opportunity revenue, which is used as a limit check when you add a new opportunity for this client to your pipeline. And note, these 2 limit checks are only used in adding new opportunities if the total revenue limit check is activated in your user profile. And we will scroll down to Table 2A, which is client limits for periodic opportunities. Table 2A repeats these first 3 columns from Table 2, the record creation time, the name of the company, and the name of the salesperson. And in addition, the columns display the limit checks for periodic revenue stream opportunities, the minimum maximum number of periods, and the minimum maximum revenue per period. And again note, these 4 checks are only used in adding new opportunities if the periodic revenue limit checks are activated in your user profile. And we're going to scroll down to Table 3, which provides the initial set of client contact information. And again, this table repeats the columns from Table 1, the name of the salesperson and the company, and provides this additional information, the name of the client primary contact person for this sales opportunity, their title, email address, and the land and cell phone numbers. And we're going to scroll down to this last table, Table 3A, which provides the balance of the client contact information. And Table 3A repeats the first 3 columns from Table 3. Again, the name of the salesperson, the company, and the primary contact name. And the additional columns display the remaining contact information for the primary contact, the physical address in terms of the street number, the suite number, the city, the state, the postal code, and the country of residence. And we'll scroll back up to the top of the report. And you can get a PDF copy of this report by clicking on the PDF button in the right-hand corner of the screen. You can log out from Time to Money at any time, and when you've completed your session, by clicking on the Sign Out menu item in the upper right-hand corner of all Time to Money screens. After reviewing this selected report, to continue this session, just scroll up to the New tab and click on the return arrow to return to the selected workflow. In this demo, you would be returned to the Add New Clients template, where you may decide to add another client. This completes the Quick Start tutorial video that explains the clients report.